Hi guys, welcome back to Jungle Flowers Canada. My name is Grania and thanks for joining me. So guys, today we're going to clean some plants. If you've been following me, you'll know that this is my favorite plant. It's one of my favorite plants. I have lots of plants that I love, but this one was actually my number one in my top 10 for 2020. And of course, it is also the hardest plant to clean, and that is the Hindu rope. So I happen to have 4 of them. So I have 2 small ones, and of course I have my huge one in my dining room, which I showed you in my video, and then I also have my variegated one, which is hanging up here. So I always put off cleaning this because it's such a chore. So today I decided I better clean these. I'm actually embarrassed to show you how dirty they are, and I'll show you what I do. Now, I got mealybugs in my huge one, probably, I'd say about 3 years ago. And the problem was, it was infested before I found it. So I actually gave the plant a bath. I actually dumped it in, that's my husband's phone. Oh my God, guys, we're having a domestic now. Because all you're going to hear in the background are all his messages coming in. I don't know what's going on there. So my apologies for what you can hear in the background. So I got mealybugs and my beautiful long one. You'll know the strands are like this long. So what I did was I filled my sink with just lukewarm water. I put in Dawn dish soap and I put alcohol in there and I washed it, and it actually was fantastic. I also sprayed it fully down with alcohol and I managed to get rid of the mealybugs. I did lose one strand, big long strand, which I wasn't able to save. So now that I'm cleaning these, I'm going to do something similar. Because, I have to bring the big one out to wash it as well. With these long strands, I'm just going to put a shallow bath. I'm just going to put a shallow amount of water in my sink, and I'm just going to rest these strands in there, and then I'm going to show you how to clean it. Okay guys, so I am filling the sink with, this is like tepid, lukewarm water, and I'm going to use my Castile soap with tea tree oil. I'm going to put a good squirt of that in, and just because I'm going to put a tiny bit of neem oil in, so that if there are any pests on there, hopefully the neem oil will assist. Now it's going to smell awful, of course, so just let's mix that up. I'm not going to fill it any deeper than that. It's just about the top of my finger there. Okay, so I'm just going to move the camera a little bit. Make sure I have you in frame. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to sit it in the water, and I'm going to just shake down the leaves. Now obviously we don't want to get a lot of water in the top, so what I'm going to use, now guys, you can go to Dollarama and you can get a plastic bottle. This was a hair colour that I never used, and this bottle came with it, and it's actually ideal. So I can just fill this up with some of this water, and then I can direct where I want to spray it. So I'm just going to spray down the leaves. It doesn't matter if some of this gets into the plant because it won't do it any harm, but I'll just try and get the dust off of it. These haven't been watered, so it's not going to be a big problem if water gets into them. Actually, you know what, I need to just fill this up. A tiny drop of tea tree oil. I'm not even going to bother with the neem oil in this because there's neem oil down there. Okay, so now just give it a good squirt. Try and get into all the crevices. All the way down. It's amazing how dirty these get. You'll see it in the water when we're done. But you don't have to use, like, this is actually, this is very thin. You can get, I do have, like, you can get ones in Dollarama that you can make your, like, salad dress, your oil and vinegar dressings out of. they work very well too. And then I usually take a few of these little cotton pads, and you can just go over it just to give it a bit of a wipe down. We're not aiming for perfection, we're just aiming to get it clean, right? I'll put some little bit more tea tree oil in there. Or not tea tree oil, Castile soap. Give it another spray down. Most of the dirt actually gets on the top. So now I'm just going to sit it up on the edge, and I will just spray these off. Again, I'll do that. And okay, so same thing for my elephant planter. This is actually really bad. I'm going to give it a good spray. Should give the pot a wipe because the pot is probably equally as dirty. Well, it's not dirt per se, it's dust, right? I love this plant pot. At this point, guys, we can again get our cotton pads and we can probably inspect it a little bit better. And you can go around and wipe any place that you can see that didn't get cleaned. It's amazing how many people don't like this plant. I absolutely love it. I think the reason I love it is because it usedn't to be so readily available. So when I started collecting plants, it was so hard to find this, that it was such an achievement to get one, especially the variegated. So I think that's why I still love them, because I appreciate how hard it was for me to find these. So they'll always be in my, definitely in my favorite list. And I just love the shape of them. I love the form of them. And you can see, like, this was a tiny one. There goes his laptop again. This used to be tiny, but you can see how much it has grown. Now, they're not fast growers by any stretch of the imagination, guys. Oh my Lord. But there we have it. My beautiful Hindu rubs. They're lovely and clean. Okay guys, that was short and sweet and to the point. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. If you could subscribe to my channel, guys, that would be fantastic and it really helps. And if you have any questions or comments, don't forget to ask below. And as usual, I'm going to ask you to put the green heart in the comments if you watch till the end. Guys, have a wonderful day and take care.